I'm Alex Stone, former military service member and law enforcement officer, now CEO of Echelon Protected Services, one of the fastest growing private security firms on the West Coast. And this is Ride Along, where our guest and I witness firsthand the issues affecting our community. I believe our proven method of enacting meaningful change through compassion and understanding is the best way to make our streets a safer place and truly achieve security through community.
Hello everybody, my name is Yuri Sernande. I'm the founder of Alpha Code and also the co-founder and CTO of Sentinel Overwatch Services. Here with my good friend Alex Stone and my business partner. We're going to head out to the streets of Portland to see what's really going on.
Good to go.
Hey, fellas.
What's up, Bock?
How's it going, bro?
Good. Good
How
to
you
see
doing,
you.
man?
How you been?
Good.
Good.
Ready to ride?
Let's move it.
All right.
Let's move.
Go, go, go.
We're short on water today a little bit.
Tracking short on water?
Short on water. We don't have any water, so don't offer any. I got some beef sticks for people, so we're good there. All right. Let's do this.
Hey, Bock.
Morning.
How's it going, bro?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good, man. Sit rep.
Right.
What's up?
Well, things are going good. I'm coming back from a little bit of time off of patrol, so we're coming into a little bit of fresh ground. I know that some of the things that happened last night were a little bit rough. In the past 2 days, we've had 2 knives pulled on our guys on 2 separate incidents, so things are still pretty sketchy.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Talk about, being stuck in a really bad spot. Most people don't. What's that?
You always have to worry about that
Yeah,
when you're on patrol.
tons. Yeah, tons.
Especially here, there's a lot of knives, a lot of firearms.
It's not just like the commonly known knives, it's improvised weapons as well, right? Like I've seen people with tent poles, those flexible fiberglass poles that were taped together to form a makeshift spear, like machetes are everywhere.
Well, we had the
hatchets
guy
are
with the
everywhere.
trident. Remember, he had a trident?
Oh,
He
wow.
stabbed someone, killed someone.
That's
that
right.
day.
That's right. Yeah, he killed somebody.
Yeah.
Hey, so Bock, just curious.
Yeah.
The recent knife incidents against some of our patrol officers, what's your take on some of the instigation? Was it because we're getting too close, or were we talking mentally ill folks, or what's the...
Yeah, so we're always training for a variety of solutions.
There's someone smoking fentanyl just right
Always, right now.
Wow.
We're always training against the things that we see and the encounters that we have. And hindsight is always 20/20. I'm never gonna tell you that, hey, look, everybody always handled every situation perfectly. But the reality of it is when the situation is wild, dynamic, and very fluid, you get to a point where you just have to say, hey, you're doing a very good job despite all these incredible hurdles. For the most part, one of them was unprovoked in the sense that, the knife comes out, and the other, our guard, was the victim of a crime. And as a result, during the altercation, a fixed blade knife came out. Our officer disengaged at that point and stepped back, and the guy ran away. So it was we looked at 2 very bad situations, and they both ended up being resolved without
It's good.
harm, but the whole incident itself is harmful, right? Like you never want those kinds of actions occurring anywhere. Like, who wants
That's right.
that? Yeah,
He's preparing his foil.
yeah, burning it right now.
Wow. Right in the open.
Yeah.
So how can
Prevalent.
AI help detect people with these firearms or weapons? Or
Well, I think object detection, I think, is going to be a key element. So if a knife or a gun or some sort of, there's the object itself, right? Then there's the behavior of the person holding the object that we need to start training for, the behavioral analytics side of things, which can be challenging because, you know, you need to be able to differentiate between a person holding a broom sweeping the sidewalk versus someone with actual intent to use it for force. You know, I grew up here, and I've been downtown a lot before, and then I've driven down here recently, but like, unless you're looking for it, you don't really notice until you really start looking.
Especially when you're driving, if you're not on patrol, right, you're concerned about your destination,
Right.
and what's in your immediate foreground, so you're safe driving.
Right.
And you're not really scanning and looking off and, you know, into hidden little areas in the park, right? I like to patrol with my window at least slightly down.
Yeah.
This engages the ability to hear, because you're going to hear things sometimes that you won't see. Screams like this, yells.
Hey, is that Daniel? Hang on. Yep, that's Daniel.
It
You want
is.
to check on him?
Yeah, just roll up next to him and I'll open up the door and say hi. Hey, Daniel. How you doing, buddy? You doing okay?
Yeah,
How you been?
just out here.
You staying warm and getting all that squared away? Okay, let me get you a beef stick, bro. Yeah, I don't have a lot, but today's a little different. There you go. All right, buddy.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Take care of yourself, Daniel.
God, he's been out here forever.
A long time.
I mean,
Wow.
God, he really forever, man. He's been on the streets for at least a decade.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna head back into Old Town.
Why don't we go to Trailhead then?
Yeah, that sounds good.
7:05. I'll make my way your direction, please.
It's just having mental health issues. He's not really aggressive.
Copy. Good to know. See you in a minute.
Hey, Bock, just curious, what's your daily call volume look like on average here?
Summertime's always worse than winters in terms of call volume, and in some days you're just going from call to call to call to call. I would say very rarely do we have a 15-minute window where we do not have a call.
Very, very occupied area. Wow.
Very occupied.
Unfortunately, this isn't a client, and so they're okay with this, you know. So she's passed out. That's not good. See how this lady's hunched over?
Yeah.
This is going to compromise her lung capacity, as you would know as an EMT.
Right.
That would be what would concern us, is seeing someone in a compromised position like that. We'll come back around on that. We'll just get to this call. We have a call at a
Client.
client property. They seemed he thought he was a mental health episode.
Mm-hmm.
So Bock is really great at de-escalation. That'll free up the team to go handle security issues.
Probably just slide right over right here.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna pull around and do the loop.
Okay. See you in a minute.
Wow.
So we got that guy. We need to check on that guy.
He hasn't been moving. It's cold. Have you guys dealt with a lot of cold injuries?
Yeah, we had a guy just a while ago passed out here. He was hypothermic, skin was cold, lips turning blue, unresponsive. He had sustained a head injury. Looked like someone hit him over the head, and that led to him actually falling down. But the way he fell on the ground, he fell in what would be a recovery position, his knees together on his side
Right.
with his arm out. So anyone that was walking by might have thought, oh, this guy's just asleep, but really he was not asleep.
Wow.
So
Here.
Bock's just gonna jump
All right.
back in with
Sounds
those.
good. You got it.
Great. Boy, do I miss being on call,
I
Alex.
know, right? Yeah.
It's been a while.
Right. You
Been
get
some
that.
time. Been behind a keyboard way too long.
Yeah.
He left. So
All right, I'm gonna go back to that lady that was passed out.
let's do it.
How many shelters are nearby this location?
You know, we have a friend, associate, who's a client, who actually developed a map. And roughly a third of this neighborhood are owned, occupied by some type of social service.
So where the remainder, the 2/3, they just,
Privately owned buildings. This is a new building that just went up like a year ago. That guy looks really bad too.
gosh.
So I'm gonna park here at this tent. Cool. So there's a lady passed on fentanyl with a compromised lung position. So we're gonna go check on her real quick.
Hey guys. Knock knock, how we doing? I'm worried about your friend right here though. Hey, are you okay? You breathing on me, honey? You want a cigarette? You want a cigarette there, Pumpkin?
So
I'll get you one if you want one. I'm just more worried about you not
crew with
not
very
breathing
thin
enough.
padding on their legs, right? So that concrete is just gonna suck all the heat.
Hey, I
out
just
of the
work
human
security.
body.
I know that. Yeah.
And your body can get hypothermic in literally
Pretty cold.
60-degree weather, 70-degree weather. Sometimes.
Sorry, honey.
It just depends on the conditions and what your
Hey,
body is
you
touching,
want a
what
cigarette,
it's
boss?
near. And so this is always
Okay,
a concern.
all right, I'll leave you with a
that
couple
someone
and
might,
move it out of your guys' hair, okay.
overdose.
Can you
or
guys do me a
hypothermic
favor,
and
though?
die of exposure.
Okay, if you guys motor on.
They're
a
out
couple
here for
minutes.
hours
Okay.
a day.
All right, there's one for each of you.
So she woke up. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. There was not an overtly friendly contact, but enough to keep them going.
Hey, so Bock, where do you get all these resources that you're handing out?
Yeah, many are donated, provided to us by loving one another. And some of them are provided for by company expense. But in terms of other, sheltering supplies, blankets, clothing, a lot of them are donated to loving one another, who provides them to us so we can, help meet the needs of the community better. But yeah.
So do you work in partnership with LOA to distribute these resources?
Sure.
We even receive Narcan from nonprofits. And all amazing, all kinds of clothing, food. We have probably 30 strategic partnerships with different nonprofit agencies, including shelters, even governmental agencies. Right?
Are you gonna go south on 3rd?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just got a word from another coworker that there's an individual who I've interacted with on dozens of occasions who's got a bad infection in his leg,
Look at that. That's not good.
and we're going to try and talk him into getting some treatment at a medical facility.
He can go to LOA almost any day at 3 p.m., the resource center, and they'll do wound care, wound treatment. They have sprays where they wash down people's wounds all the time.
Given what he described, I think we might be beyond that, and if that's the case, we can always get Portland Street Medicine or some other.
Tiffany can schedule an appointment for the guy
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
with PSM.
What does Portland Street Medicine do?
They will come to people and actually
Non-urgent?
Yeah.
They're legitimate, licensed medical professionals, doctors, nurses, EMTs, and they do it on a volunteer basis. A lot of times people go to hospitals and they get mistreated, right? They get, they wait in line and, oh, you don't have insurance, so we're going to treat, it's just this thing, right?
Right,
And
right.
a lot of times people get resistant to that, but they still need medical care. And so this is a great, outreach service that is provided. Right over here somewhere, we can pull over and I'll see if we can't find the guy we're looking for. Okay. Hey, man.
Hey guys, they're
How you
recording.
doing? Hey, I got a phone call about you wondering about your leg. I'm worried about it. Even just from what I saw, you know what I'm saying? My man, here's what I can tell you. I'm an EMT. I'm a security guard. I'm not police. You're not in trouble. I'm just coming out to you as brother and saying,
You're a volunteer,
no.
You're an EMT, huh?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But what you got here, my man, isn't going to get better unless you get antibiotics on board and get proper cleanliness and squared away. Here's what I can do for you, Chief, my man. Here's what I can do. If you can be in the same spot, physically, in the same location, I can call Portland Street Medicine, and they can come by and see you, okay? If this gets worse, okay, you could be looking at, I don't want to talk about bad stuff, right? But you've got your leg. Plenty of people walking around out here without legs. And I know the hospitals are the hospitals. I used to work in one. But I'd like to see you keep your foot, okay? Yeah, it is, my man. It is. Pretty good.
How
That's effective, yeah.
how long has it been like this?
If you continue on this road, you may lose your leg. And I don't want that for you, and I think you don't want that for you. How can I help you best, buddy? I'm offering to help you get to a hospital. Their Bybee Lakes Hope van is available. You know, there's plenty of places or resources that are out there, but you're talking about losing your leg if it
We'll
gets
even
worse.
call you a radio cab.
Yeah, like what's
We'll
option here,
we'll
man?
get you a cab to the hospital.
Yeah. So hey Wes, is that something we can talk into, or do you not want that?
He needs him intravenous.
You don't want
He
it?
needs him introduced to his.
Okay. I mean, I can't make you do anything you don't want to do, but I mean, if you change your mind, Wes, we'll be right here to help you. Okay, buddy? Okay. All right.
Appreciate y'all.
Good luck. Okay.
Looks like it's been there a while.
Yeah, man. You know.
Man, he needs medical attention. Stat.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want one, man?
He could be dead in a week.
Yeah.
Could be
There
treatable.
you go.
So, what the guy next to me was telling me when he had the mask on was that a lot of people don't want to go to the hospital because if you go to the hospital and you don't have your hustle right, then you're not going to be able to get money for your dope after you get released.
Right.
And so a lot of people don't want to get dope sick and be jonesing right after they get released from the hospital. And so that's one of the main reasons why people on the street that are addicted to a substance aren't going to get treated. And so it is a real problem. But just think about that. The fear of being dope sick is greater than the fear of death. And that's what's currently happening on the streets right now in this city. It's crazy. I mean,
So, Michael, what's the plan? Are we gonna go back and see him?
I think right now he's not going to want to make any changes. Let's see him again tomorrow, next couple of days, see if he changes his mind. I know what's happening. The pain threshold is going like this, and at some point it will become intolerable. This is going to get addressed,
Right.
whether he wants to admit it right now or not. I just hope he makes that decision before he loses his leg.
Agreed. So, Bock, you've got all these dynamics that you're dealing with on a daily basis. How do you guys handle this? Like, this chaos. It almost seems like chaos every day.
Oh shoot, what is this?
you got
Is
it?
that guy okay? No, straight ahead, straight ahead.
Right there,
Holy
right there.
shit.
He's out.
Can you unlock it? Hey, my man.
Dude, that guy
Hi, guys.
ran over. He's in
No,
the middle
it's
of the
okay,
road.
I'm
Yeah, you
security.
can hardly
Hey,
see
buddy.
him.
I didn't even realize that was
bud.
a person. I thought it was just a bunch of clothing.
You okay? You want a cigarette,
He's
my man?
out.
Hey, you okay? Yeah, the cops weren't. No, this is not
Hey,
okay.
I almost hit this guy. I thought it was a bunch of clothing. I didn't even know it was a guy. I mean, I could have killed the guy.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Man. Hey, bro, you're in the middle of the road. I almost hit him with my van.
The spot that you're in right now is like dangerous, man. Like this isn't best. Like I don't care if you sleep. Like that's probably pretty normal, right? Sleeping's good. I like to sleep too, but let's get you in a spot where you're not like gonna get hit by a car. Can you sit up, please? There you go. Let me help you here. Reach out for my hand.
I got traffic.
Okay. You have a bad back? Okay. That's what he said, yeah. No, don't take anything that's his. Come on, buddy. Okay.
Is your back still hurting?
Yeah, let's just call ambulance. You want to lay down?
I almost hit this guy. He's literally sleeping in the road. I thought it was a collection of clothing, and it wasn't until Bock said something that I realized that he was there. I was 8 feet away from hitting him. So,
Who do you typically call for incidents like this?
I'm just going to call 911.
this is not the only person suffering on the streets right now. This is common.
You know,
This is the coldest I've ever found someone on the street. His skin is 50 degrees.
yeah.
It's colder than 60 degrees. For that.
Yeah, and he was
That's freezing, bro.
he was shivering, and now it's stopped. That's what I'm worried about, right? So you shivered, eventually
To
you
protect your organs and
then you
keep
stop.
your body from making
because it's
producing
right.
heat. Like he needs to shiver.
Yeah, he needs to shiver more. That's why we don't have any blankets. Hey, stay awake.
So this is a client property right here. We don't mention names of properties, but it's just so sad, you know. The owners don't want this.
No.
They don't want this. They don't want people to die on the street.
What's your name? Does he answer your questions?
Barely. Like, I mean, we had to put forth quite a bit of effort to get him to say anything.
Yeah. Okay.
His skin is ice cold.
Yeah. Yeah, he's cold. Definitely.
Here, put it in the zipper. No, I didn't search him at all.
What's your name? Huh? No hospital. Where, well, you need to open your eyes and talk to me then, brother.
Yeah,
What's going on?
So he said no hospital, but people have the right to refuse medical
I
care.
got this. It's starting to roll.
You can't take care of yourself if there's an immediate threat to your own life, then they're able to take you.
We're gonna take you to the hospital unless you can answer some questions.
You gotta talk to me, brother. Huh? Well,
Okay, well,
then
then-
let's talk. Can you tell me your name?
Just touching this right here, his skin is this cold. His skin was this cold. As cold as this stone right here.
What's your name?
Oh, now he's awake.
So sad. He would have just died here.
Yeah.
All right, you just can't hurt us. You can walk up.
I'm not trying to hurt you. Come back home.
You swung. You swung.
I did not swing.
Yes, you did.
I'm not swinging.
Right? And he's wearing
So
gray.
those guards,
Like,
they had
all-
to deal with him earlier. Apparently,
based on the
he
way
threw
he
an
slumped
object,
over,
a
you
pipe, a
think
metal
it's like
pipe, or something.
a bag of
at someone at
dispersed
7
clothing
a.m.
or whatever.
And he got off property and went to the street. So at that point, they felt like they couldn't really do anything. And he's since used fentanyl, and he has been complaining of a back injury, so he has that issue as well.
Alex, he couldn't be on the sidewalk, right?
No, he can legally sleep on the sidewalk. It's not in a tent,
Right.
Thank you for coming, guys.
but he can't move. So I guess the police have to come remove him now.
Did you
'cause
guys contact
You can't block a
DPD or
street.
no?
That's disorderly conduct.
Are you gonna stand by until police get here?
I mean, we can. I mean, like, what's the option here? And then, of course, how many are like? Are we looking at hours of response time? I mean,
We need to get back in service so I can see. 1, 2.
come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. You're good.
His back is so messed up, he can't
Yeah, he can't.
stand.
There you go. You can
I think this guy needs to go to the hospital.
Oh my God, he's in a lot of pain, dude.
Do you have any food we can leave here?
All I have are the beef sticks.
At least some beef sticks.
Yeah, I've got beef sticks.
Hey,
I've
we got Portland Street Response coming. Do you
Okay.
think we still need police or no?
Not right now. If he's only if he becomes combative, obviously.
No, I
He's
think-
out of the street. I don't think
Yeah.
police need to show
I
up.
almost hit him with my van. That's why we stopped.
Yeah. Well,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
yep.
Thank you.
PSR would be good. Hey, buddy, I got some beef sticks for you. Here, hey, I got some beef sticks, okay? There you go.
So give us a sit rep. I mean, we weren't listening in, so tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so you can refuse medical care. I had a guy walk up to me in Old Town who said, guess what? My guts are falling out. And he moved his hand and a bandage away, and sure enough, his guts were falling out. He had just been stabbed. And he can literally say, I don't want you to touch me and don't want your help and don't want your care. The spot where it no longer becomes your choice is when you're harmed to yourself or other people, or you become incapable of saying no, like you lack that cognitive ability, like severe drunkenness.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
we just had medics here. He is alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
they-
had medics here. They checked him out.
Just checking him out. You guys need anything, a cigarette or anything? Yeah, man.
So again, you know, it's the homeless community taking care of themselves. They just got gloves on him, put blankets on him. And she'll stay here. She'll keep him warm. Just her body heat next to his is gonna help a lot. I don't like
Right.
the position he's in, but
It's like they're gonna do another round.
so what's the plan, Bock?
I think
We can go back on patrol and come
I
back
think
by.
we do. I think there's no. At this point, we've done the best thing that we can for him.
Yeah.
Get him into a safer spot. We got him as much medical care as we can. He's refused.
Is he thirsty?
We got.
Do you have water?
We don't have water in there.
No, we're out of water. Yes. Here's some water.
Thank you.
All right, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Sad. I mean, this is like hundreds of millions of dollars, and this is what it's been reduced to, just letting people die on the street. Bock, what are your thoughts?
I think the only thing I have to say right now is I'm ready for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Bock, how do you see this on a day-to-day basis, every day?
Yeah.
Chaos.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you deal with
Yeah.
that?
I think anybody who's down here would ask that same question because this is incredible, right? We can walk by it. We have got to slow down as a society and be able to hear the massive noise that is going on around us.
Right.
We just can't fly by at light speed anymore, walking past our neighbors and acting like this doesn't exist. We have to start interacting with people's lives in such a way that every time we do, they get better. And as those steps come across those moments, they're not easy, man. Like the whole process of what we just went through with that gentleman on the street was like, it's a difficult one for me personally. Like I'm just like, sitting back, trying to find a way to kind of like process all that. But, the reality of it is what did we do? At the bare minimum, at like the absolute like lowest common denominator is we got him from a dangerous position in the street to a safer position on the sidewalk. And all of the other peripheral stuff was, counted, not counted, whatever. But we went from here to here, and I'll take it. We got a little bit better. But some days I have to ask myself, I don't know how, because it is freaking overwhelming.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, the alternative is unacceptable. So no matter however I code, not doing it is unacceptable. It reminds me of that. Have you ever seen Schindler's List?
Yes.
So at the end of that movie, Oskar Schindler is being escorted out of his own factory by all of his employees because he's now a war criminal, right? He's going to be hunted down and likely taken to justice. And he's lamenting the fact that had he just sold some of his memorabilia or some of his personal items, a watch, right, that he could have saved 4 more lives, 4 more children, 6 more children. And he's doing the accounting in his head of all the lives he could have saved had he just not purchased this item that he felt he needed. And so for me, I cannot live a life where I get to the end of my days and I think to myself, if I would have just done this, I could have done more.
Right.
And so that's why as a company, as one of the founders, I'm asking hundreds of people that work for me to live out my personal mission, to live out my moral code, which is to offer help and assistance in every situation possible. And that, because we're doing that, that alone helps me cope with it. Mm-hmm. I mean, today we didn't see violence, we saw, unfortunately, drug addiction. So how are you processing all that?
I mean, I've been on my fair share of calls when I was on duty.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but seeing this in my hometown is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's really heartbreaking, and I feel like, first of all, thank you.
Yeah.
And Bock, thank you, brother, for all that you guys do. I mean, I'm glad someone's stepping up.
Yeah.
And it's different. It really is different driving by. If you're just driving by downtown, you think everything's okay. Had you not pointed out that, hey, you see that person over there with the towel over their head, or
right here behind us.
right, like case in point, right here, or like we were driving and you didn't even notice the person was there.
Yeah.
You if you don't look, you think everything's fine, but it's not. And I think a light needs to be shined on this. There's a lot of blind spots.
Yeah.
So
how does AI help?
I feel like I need to step it up.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not doing enough. I need to spend more time out here with you guys to make this better so that,
This will definitely put a fire under your feet.
yes,
If you think that, if you're living a life of, not that you're complacent, but if you need a little bit of motivation, this will definitely light that fire.
yeah.
It lights my fire every day. Let's do this. Let's
We
get
gotta
out
do,
of
we
this.
have to, we have no choice.
Yeah.
We have to do this. We could save so many more lives, and you know, so I got more innovation to do. We have more work to do.
We do.
So I look forward to that.
Well, thanks for coming on the ride along, Yuri.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, bro.
appreciate it. Bring it in.
Fuck.
Likewise.
Let's go grab some lunch. Come on.
Let's do it.